Hey, I'm Dujuan Thomas, and you're watching Dujuan Thomas Live, the live show that's pre-recorded. Make sure you stay tuned. We got a great episode for you. Hey, it's Dujuan Thomas here, and I want to welcome you back to the show. We have an awesome episode for you today. I have a special guest, somebody that I've looked up to for a long time, ever since I was young, and I got a funny story about how we first met. But let me introduce Miss Eritrea McCory. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. It's awesome to see you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And like I said, we go way back. Our first time meeting was actually the Boys and Girls Club. They did something with Chef Jeff. He came to here at WKCTC and did a whole culinary class. And Miss Zay was my chef that was mentoring me and everything. So we go way back. And there may be a picture that I throw up about that soon. But good to see you. It's good to have you in here. And I call her Miss Zay. Now, everybody probably knows her as Miss Zay, but she's been an active member in the community, doing so much for our community, and that's why I'm so glad to have her on today. And I guess we could just start with this. For the people that may not know you, who is Zay?
Good question. I think I'm a passionate person. I care about the people in my community. I care about my friends and my family, and I care about the outcome of things. Right. What's right. I believe in standing up for what's right and fighting for what's right. And other than that, I would like for other people to basically define who I am. I don't care too much to define who I am for myself.
Yes, and like you said, you've been heavily active in the community. I know with the Oak Grove Initiative, protests you've been a part of and other events, and then also the Black Santa, and we'll get into that. So what inspired you to be, have such a big stand here in the community?
Well, I was born in Paducah. I've been raised in Paducah. I've moved a couple of different places, but there's no place like home.
Right.
So many people move away and they just choose not to come back for whatever reason. Right. But this is my home, and so I'm very passionate about it. But my grandmother, Letty Cobb McCory, she was a Cobb before, but she inspired me my whole life, to stand up for what you believe in. Right. So the community is everything to me.
Yeah, definitely. And also that you've, kind of acquired the moniker of Mayor of McCracken County. So that tells how much you've been involved. So where did that even originate from?
It's kind of like an inside joke. Yeah. Me and a longtime friend, Dominique, I got to give him his credit. We was going back and forth about something, and being that I'm always in the community doing something, he came back with this comeback, okay, Mayor McCracken. So, that just kind of stuck with me. Dominique Hughes, he did that. So, yeah, so some people call me that. We laugh when we go to different places, and they say, oh, here comes the Mayor McCracken.
Right. Because she ain't in politics, but she's definitely had a voice and some stuff getting done. And then moving on, the Black-owned businesses of Paducah. Now, I know you're an originator of that and getting that started. So just tell me a little bit about that.
Originally, I started that just based solely on people that come and visit our area that don't know where the Black-owned businesses are. Right. You pretty much have to be a local in any town to know where the Black-owned businesses are, like the beauty shops, the barber shops, where to get the soul food and things of that nature. And so that's how that kind of came about. It's something I've always wanted to do, and then I just finally decided to kind of dive in and do that. And right now I'm been working on a book project, but it's been a little slow, but get the more and more information I get, so hopefully we can kind of get that printed off soon.
Definitely. And that's much needed in the community, finding out where all these Black-owned businesses are. Yes. So thank you for doing that for our community. And then moving on to, the holiday times, the Black Santa 270. Tell me about that and how that got started.
The Black Santa 270 is something that not the name, but just the idea is something that I've kind of wanted to do for a long time. Then I'm gonna say like in 2017, I really started thinking about it real heavily, and Then my sister had my little niece, and of course, everything costs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everything costs, and going to the mall and paying for the pictures and all this and that. Everybody can't afford that, and so I decided, come on, let's go. We're gonna try to do something, and I had a really good friend of mine, Miss Candace Wentworth, and her husband. They had a Santa Claus outfit. And so I had reached out on Facebook and I was like, hey, and, anybody have a Santa Claus outfit? Well, they did. So they let me use it. Now I have the Santa Claus outfit. I got to figure out where we're going to have Santa Claus at.
Right.
And there's this guy, Tyrell Murdoch, GP Productions, and Ronnie Jones, MBMG Recording. They were renting a space on North 13th Street from Big Mike's Barbershop.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a really little small place. And I was like, hey, I got this idea. I want to do Black Santa, but I want it to be in walking distance. So people that don't have transportation can bring their kids to see Santa Claus. So they agreed, and they helped me out and everything. And it just kind of took off. The first year, that was in 2018, we may have seen about between 30 to 35 kids.
That's still
and it was a really good response, and we were kind of sad once it was over because a lot of people were like, we didn't get to bring our kid. So the next year, we needed something bigger. And Reverend Anderson at Greater Lincoln Heights, he extended his place for us to be able to do that. And so we have been going strong. This will be our 5th year this year. But without those people from the beginning, it wouldn't have birthed probably, that soon.
Definitely.
And so we've been going pretty good.
Definitely. And you also, take in toys and things like that.
Yes.
So where can people possibly, donate or contact?
We just recently had a toy drive, and there's a place on North 13th Street, a beauty salon, Michelle Signature Styles. She does have a toy drop box there. She's been one of our #1 toy collectors for like the last 3 years. But as long as her business hours are open, you're more than welcome to drop toys off there, gift cards, even monetary donations. She will make sure that we get all of that. You can even drop toys and things off at the church the day of the event.
Okay. So every year it's at Greater Lincoln Heights. Okay.
So far, Reverend Anderson has been really good to us.
That's good.
And without him, we wouldn't be able to carry the program on. And it's really been a blessing.
Definitely. And the date for that event will be on screen, so you can check it out and make sure you help donate. And also, who can they contact if they want to, get in touch to learn more or
Well,
reach
you
out?
can, first of all, the Black Santa 270 has all social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even a TikTok. So you can get on there and you can message us through the Black Santa 270, or you can call 270-559-1974, and we can get things going. If you want to donate toys, if you want to make a monetary contribution, or even if you want to volunteer.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, that's good stuff. Well, we appreciate you, Zay, and everything that you're doing in the community, especially with the Black Santa. And here at Dujuan Thomas Live, we do stuff a little bit different around here. I'm going to bring some change to this TV station, but today we have something special for you. And whenever the stagehand gets it over here, just to give back and help out with the Black Santa event, we have a special donation. This is probably a little bit more than $50 worth of toys in here.
Okay.
So I want you to check it out. We got boys and girls toys, kids and everything. So we want to get this for you and just say thank you for everything you're doing. Yes, ma'am. So also, we have a musical guest today, so make sure you stay tuned and we'll be right back after that.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope The weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Oh, night, oh, night divine.
Hey, and we want to thank Tiffany Dawn for coming on and having that amazing song for us. And we're back with our next guest. And these two people are well-known individuals in the community. One of them is a business owner and an author. The other is a member of Arnold Realty Group and Wilson Construction. So we just want to thank our guests today, which are Miss Kimberly Yates and Emily Wilson.
Hi, how are you doing,
Good.
Dujuan?
And before I started recording, Kim told me what I had to say, or else she was going to say it for me. So
Wilson Remodeling.
Wilson Remodeling. There we go. So let me start off by saying, Miss Kimberly Yates has been like a second or third mom to me over the years. Like, you know, I have so many now, but she has been an integral part in helping me in my endeavors. So thank you for being a part of my life and all your help and everything.
Well, Dujuan, that's sweet.
And Miss Emily Wilson, she is also a part of our nonprofit, which is Hands of Hope. So we're going to be coming on talking about that a little bit later. But first, let me start off with this. Tell about yourself. Who is Emily and who is Kim?
Do you want to?
Well, I feel like Emily is a little bit of everything. I've got my hand in real estate and Hands of Hope. You know, I just love being a part of this community. I've actually only lived in Paducah for about 3 years.
Cool.
I grew up in Wisconsin, went to high school in Madisonville, went to Murray State, and then ended up here working for Arnold Realty Group. I'm now their office manager and a realtor with them. And then, of course, we've got the nonprofit, Wilson Remodeling. So kind of got my hands in a few different things. So
Awesome. Miss
She's
Kim.
also an amazing person.
Oh, yeah. And I'm getting distracted because I keep saying Miss Kim. Cause
I know, why are you
I don't know.
calling me
I guess it's being on
that?
TV doing it. But Kim, it's a
Yes.
respect thing. We're in Kentucky, y'all. So Kim, about you. So where'd you start up? Where are you from?
So I grew up in Paducah. I spent many years away and returned. They say you always come home.
Right.
I think that, I guess that's true. I am a business owner owning Boss Burrito and Nutrition Zone, which we've actually moved locations. We're now at 2751 West Park Drive.
Right.
I'm an author. First 2 books out, What Little Girls Are Made Of and Blood Money. I have a third and a fourth book that are currently in the works and will be out soon.
Definitely. I was going to make mention of that. Where can people check out your books?
Amazon, and then I also carry them in the store in Nutrition Zone.
So, Emily, I can't leave you out. You've been an integral part of the community as well, supporting many events. So to both of you, what inspired you to give back to the community, like play the parts that you're playing?
Well, it's always been something, even growing up, that was kind of instilled in us. I remember early memories of Christmas, my dad taking us to take gifts to kids that weren't going to have Christmas. And I think that's where it really began. But as far as the nonprofit goes, that was something that wasn't planned at all. It started with my 10-year-old daughter wanted to do a lemonade stand and raise money to get shoes for kids at school. And we did that one year, and the next year here we are again. She wants to raise money to get shoes and clothes. And it just went on, and where it ended up with the nonprofit, it just happened. It's one of those things that just happened.
Definitely.
And it grew and it grew, and last year, I think we were upwards of 350 kids.
Wow. And we're going to get on to the Miracle on First Street. That's what you're
Yes.
mentioning. And then also, Emily, what about you? What has inspired you to really, want to give back?
Well, same with me. A lot of it stems from my family. My parents didn't have a lot growing up, so they've always instilled in me to give. It's always better to give than receive, and that really does hold true. Like in our Miracle on First Street / Miracle in Paducah event, I mean, it's amazing seeing these kids' faces light up.
Definitely. And I can make mention, with the nonprofit Hands of Hope, we've given a lot, to the community with our Kindness Counts badges, our gym awards for teachers.
Yes.
And now on to
That's a big
Miracle
deal.
in Paducah. So how did Miracle in Paducah, and it's formerly Miracle on First Street, how did they get started?
Gosh, like I said, it started with my daughter, and the next thing you know, she was, let's do toys and let's do stuff for kids that need, and then the next thing you know, people are reaching out to us, and it becomes a big thing, and it turns 50 kids, turns into 100, turns into 200, and then other organizations get involved, which our community is amazing. We have a very, very generous giving community that I'm very proud of. I mean, this year we've partnered with Orthopedic Institute, Arnold Realty Group. Arnold Realty Group has been amazing as far as supporting our endeavors. Doe's Eat Place, another one right up there. Black Pearl Home Care, and who else this year?
We've got Chip
Global
Wynn
Wine
helping
and
out, too.
Spirits,
Oh my gosh.
Chip Wynn.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
Our community is amazing, and none of this would be possible without them.
Definitely. And so how y'all do it is, you have a list of kids and people can sponsor them, right?
Yes.
So who can they contact in order to sponsor a child?
Myself or Emily.
Definitely. And their numbers will be on screen as well. And then also donations. I know y'all probably do different places throughout the years. So
Yes,
what is-
donations are important, whether they be monetary or items that we need for the events. And I want to also make mention, when we say a child, and our motto is no child left behind.
Right.
I'm famous for that. Last minute, no, that kid, we're not leaving them off. We're going to
Last
take
year,
them.
we had about 100 kids sign up within the last week, and thanks to our community and
Yes.
Kim and a bunch of businesses, we were able to get them all
just-
secured by the event, get them all Christmas presents. So it was pretty amazing to have many kids getting taken care of in the last week.
And when I say child, I just want to stress that it's not just young kids, it's the older ones that often get forgotten.
Right.
And we focus a lot on them as well. If you're in school 1 through 12, you're considered. And not saying we don't help other people, we'll help anybody in the community. But for this event, at 1 through 12, if you're in school, you're still a kid.
Definitely.
So.
And so if anybody wants to help, make sure y'all reach out to Kimberly Yates of Nutrition Zone and Boss Burrito and Miss Emily Wilson of Arnold Realty Group to help out. And before we go, we actually have a surprise for you. So
For who?
for you two, you're just about to come once my
A
stage
surprise.
Hey, we got a surprise for you.
What?
So here it comes
Dujuan,
right
you're
now.
always full of foolishness.
Like I said, I got to do it different here at Dujuan Thomas Live. We're going to give you some gifts, about $50 worth of gifts for the kids.
Oh my gosh,
So
thank you.
that's from me to y'all, even though it's my nonprofit too. But hey, I got to help out. So
Yes, and
Alrighty.
he's
Thank you.
a board member on the nonprofit.
definitely. So
Yes.
this has been Dujuan Thomas Live. I want to thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for being my guest, and Miss
Not a
Zay for
problem.
coming on as well. We'll see you next time.